This is Marcy Anderson with the Fishing Report for Southeast Kentucky. Water temperatures on area lakes have been running in the mid-50s. On Laurel River Lake, the fish are widely distributed right now, but main lake points are holding good numbers of fish. Walleye are running anywhere from 20 to 60 feet deep with good numbers of 2 to 3 pound fish in the population. The black bass bite has been slow and sporadic the last few weeks. Some of the bass are staying deeper in the 20 to 40 foot range and being picked up on spoons, while some are in the shallows in the backs of the creeks going after shad. On Dale Hollow, bass fishing is starting to pick up a little bit with the dropping water temperatures. Target structure in the back of major creeks for largemouth bass, and smallmouth bass are hitting on crankbaits in 15 feet of water along channel drop-offs and rocky banks and creek arms. On Cedar Creek Lake, we have started to do a winter drawdown to help control aquatic vegetation. The lake will be drawn down 7 to 9 feet, and water levels will return to normal in the spring of 2026. The ramp at the dam will remain usable during the drawdown, but the middle ramp and Cowan ramp will not be accessible during the peak of the drawdown. Rainbow trout stockings have been ongoing in Finns lakes across the state. Brickyard ponds in Barberville and Logan Hubble Park near Stanford were recently stocked. It's a great opportunity to get out and do some fishing with the family before colder winter temperatures come in. Elsewhere in the district, rainbow trout have been stocked in Rock Creek and the Cumberland tailwaters. So as always, good luck and good fishing.
This is Jeremy Shiflett with the Fishing Report from the Northwestern Fisheries District. Rough River Lake was about a foot above Winter Pool prior to this rain early this week, but it has since jumped about 1.5 feet and is still on the rise. Water temperatures are in the mid-50s. Bass fishing has been slow during this drawdown. Hybrid striped bass fishing is fair. With the lower lake levels, those fish are congregated more in the lower lake, so look for those from the dam to about Axtell on the North Fork and up to around Panther Creek, Cannons Point on the South Fork. Schools should be a little bit easier to find now that they're congregated, and you can fish for those using rattle traps and medium running crankbaits that are in shad imitating patterns. Crappie fishing has been pretty good, actually. Look for fish on main lake, brush, especially on the outside of the channel bends. Also any structure that are in the cuts and creeks on the lower end of the lake. We recently put some structure in Cave Creek here just a couple months ago that will be good structure for winter pool fishing. You can find those sites by going to our website, fw.ky.gov, and going to the Lakes with Fish Attractors page and then clicking on Rough River Lake. Nolan River Lake was down about 15 feet and is coming up a little bit after this rain. Didn't get quite as much rain over there as we did at Rough, so it's not coming up quite as fast. Bass fishing has been relatively slow. Crappie fishing has been good, especially folks using live scope have been able to really find some really nice crappie in the last couple weeks. Look for fish in standing timber and main lake brush. At our state lakes, winter's a great time to try to catch some crappie. They begin to school up, and when you can find a school, you can catch quite a few fish at one time. Oftentimes you do need to weed through some smaller fish to get to the bigger ones, but also remember that there is no minimum size limit on our smaller state lakes and WMA lakes. So removing some of those 8 and 9 inch fish is actually a really good thing and will help the growth of that population overall. We also had trout stocked recently in several places across the district. Otter Creek on Fort Knox and the ORA, Sinking Creek, Peabody WMA lakes. We have trout go into Access, Robs, and Flycatcher lakes. Vastwood Park received trout, and also Nolan River Lake tailwater received trout. When you're at the reservoirs this time of year, as the water's dropping, be conscious of trees and logs and just some things that were not necessarily there the last time you were out. Definitely be aware of those as you're running. Try to make sure you're staying in the channel for safety reasons. Good luck and stay safe.